monorail up 75 and a monorail across 69, right? How many of you guys remember Logan's Run? Did you ever see that movie Logan's Run?
Oh, yeah.
All the cities were domed. We're in Michigan. Why not put that big golf dome thing over downtown Flint?
Because it'll get
and make downtown Flint the transportation hub, because we've got 69 coming in here, we've got 75 coming in here, and all roads lead to Flint. So I don't know who we need to talk to about these big projects that they're planning on doing to put people back on work gangs building this stuff, but if we're going to think big, let's not think 2009, let's think 2030. And what are we going to look like in 2030? Climate change is already an issue. So we start making these domed areas, we protect ourselves two ways.
But the monorail thing, you know, hey, why don't we get some rails going? Because look at Chicago, look at, you know, why don't we have rails? You know, why don't we do that?
Well, it can be
as build some infrastructure.
It can be as simple as making Flint pay for the portion that goes through Flint.
There you go.
And Burton pay for the portion that goes through Burton. And Grand Blanc pay for the portion that goes, and all the way down and all the way up.
And you can get on your little station and take your ride wherever you gotta go.
Well, the best thing is
General
like what the gentleman
Motors
in
bought
bed.
out all the electric cars in California.
I bet they did.
Bought up all the electric cars and supplied them with buses at cost. And that was supported back then by the oil company. You can probably remember that, you're old enough. And same way at the little town that I came from, we had electric rail cars in there, and back during the Depression, my dad and granddad cut up the cables to sell the copper. That even the cars wasn't running because nobody had any money. And everybody got to these automobiles, the internal combustion engine, have 2 cars in every garage in the whole 9 yards. The manufacturers, even with Henry Ford, he knew when he built his first car that it was a pollutant. And we've known that all along, it's been a pollutant. And the more that life has gone on, the more cars we've got, the more pollution that we've got in the air. We thrown away one of the best technologies that we ever had, was these electric cars. We had electric transit, we had it clear back before the 20s. Mass transportation run off electricity. We have hydroelectric power. We could practically run our transportation system for nothing.
But doesn't that build it up on the other end? I mean, we've got to generate that electricity somewhere. Is it nuclear power plants? Is it coal power plants? Or is it hydro power plants? Or windmills?
All of them.
You know what I mean? Right now they're leaning towards the coal.
As long as they're clean, you know.
They can't make any money.
The problem with the electric car is that I think when GM said that they were going to sell it, it was going to cost like $40,000. See, the problem is.
I don't say electric car. I say electric mass transportation.
Oh, okay, okay.
In California.
Yeah, I was just talking about the car. Going kind of regressing a little bit. So they need people to buy this $40,000 car. Well, there's not too many people that are going to buy $40,000 for a car that saves them a little bit. But here's the other problem. When you start saving gasoline costs, the gas price drops. That's just a supply and demand. If you use less gasoline, the gasoline price is going to drop. That's how we got into this. Because as soon as we start saving, the gas price drops, so then everybody starts hogging on, you know, being in big cars, using a lot, then it goes back up. And so that is a problem.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to solve that.
Won't it be a shift? If we stop using gas, what happens to all the people in the gas industry?
I think you have to raise that gas prices through taxation, and we need that money.
And the cars still have to be maintenance.
Okay, let me finish up with this gentleman here, because we do have a couple more things that I want people to get this before they take off. Go right ahead.
One big thing about the stimulus package is that we need to maintain the green quality of it. Right now, it's on the chopping board for all different things. For instance, our cultural center lost any chance in Flint. Our own cultural center lost any chance for any support from the stimulus package when they're you know, treading water too. And the same thing might happen with our potential to put up wind energy, hydroelectric energy, solar energy, because the Republicans in the Senate, quite frankly, aren't too happy with this extra spending as they see it. But I think we need to maintain it. We need to maintain the green quality of this, and that's not something that we can afford to lose. And that will overall be a good thing in the long run to build these power plants and to maintain them, to keep us off oil reliance of the Middle East, and also reduce the carbon dioxide that we put into the air.
Okay, B, say what you gonna say and I'm stopping, okay?
Under education, we really need to concentrate on several areas. Entrepreneurship and business. For one, that teaches people how to start, how to come up with ideas, how to branch out, how to start small businesses. We need to develop technology and education, and especially in the area of alternative power sources, maintenance, mechanics, designing, architecture for the hydroelectric, for also for the windmills. In addition, technical and medical. There'll always be a medical job somewhere. You're born, you die. In between there are a lot of jobs. And so our education needs to rely on that. The other thing, and I don't know how they can address it, is that for immigrants coming into this country to start a business, okay, they get anywhere from 5 to 7 years of tax-free support.
Who wrote that? Who did that?
Then what
Supposedly because we can earn $60,000 a year in another country tax-free.
They just bring somebody else over in the family and transfer it. Now, I'm not hating them for that, but that's a loophole that we need to work on.
Well, I'm sure that they're gonna really be working on a lot.
But we need to bring that up to their attention, because there's also there's also a classification where we say that we don't have enough, quote, professional trained places here. Like engineering is one. There's a glut of engineers in the U.S., but instead we bring people over. And why do they bring from foreign countries? Again, so that they can pay them less.
Take up a seat in the university in front of an American citizen.
Ann Arbor, engineering, okay? So
Right.
I know.
Okay.
But he's gonna have to leave Michigan, okay, in order to get another job. He did have one in Michigan, but when the suppliers died, it looks like he's gonna be on his way out the door.
Okay.
So it's not that we're not training him. And that
Oh,
we
no,
don't
but
have-
what I'm saying, if we work in education on other things, like starting with the power, starting with the environment and businesses, then we create and in someone's mind, they can imagine. If you don't know, you can't imagine.
Okay, and evidently the Chinese couldn't imagine that much because other than that, they wouldn't have taken all their training from us.
Right, and they really haven't imagined much.
We gave
What they're
them,
doing is they're
we
processing
gave
everything.
them
They're all about
everything that they
buying
needed to have. We sold our country out. Okay, and now it's time for us to buy our country back. Okay, because if we don't take the knowledge and the expertise that we know that we can do, then we're never going to get back to where we were. We're never even going to get even close to it. Now, I know that everybody wants to continue to say something, but
one other thing before you cut me off.
Okay.
The superhighway, we need to ask the administration to address that. Why is it that a highway from Mexico to Canada is going to be run